Hello and welcome everyone back to yet another episode, podcast installment, video, whoever you guys are watching or listening to this. This is Red Cape Sports. My name is Bird Bouchard, host, founder, everything like that. And this is the man typically behind the scenes, but regardless, we like him here.
You
Mitch
forgot
Bouchard.
You forgot a few things.
What did I forget?
The myth, the legend.
No, not the man, the myth, or the legend. But regardless, this is going to be a new segment that we're doing here. Think of it much like a podcast. So again, if you guys are watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you guys are just browsing around in the mall or doing whatever you're doing, maybe listening to us in the car, we probably sound hot as hell in the car. You know? That's probably cool. But regardless,
I don't know.
It's a podcast. You guys can watch us. You guys can listen to us. Links will be down below in the description.
Yeah.
For
How
whatever
will
you
they
guys
be
want
able
to
to
do.
find us?
Yeah. So we're gonna be on Spotify and Apple Music for listening to us.
Nice.
And then of course on our YouTube channel, Red Cape
Yeah.
Sports.
So I'm going to be handling the visuals. Bird's going to be handling the audio side. Which
I
is
got
gonna
the
be
easy
sweet.
job.
But it is pretty sweet. It's a good. I think it's a good idea. We'll be able to get a lot more content more consistently. In terms of video, we're going to be doing long form, cutting up segments. So we have a list of videos, and it's something that we can do because honestly, we appreciate everybody that's been part of this journey. It's been we've got what, almost 300 videos, something like that.
We've eclipsed. So we have more than 500,000 views, which is just
Wow.
mind-boggling to me.
That's pretty cool.
I checked my email and saw that last week, so I'm sure we have more now, but
Yeah.
you guys are awesome. One more thing that I want to say before we kind of jump into this, you guys always send us questions, so moving forward, we're actually going to have like topics and ideas based on your guys' questions. So again, if you guys are listening to this, you know, hop on YouTube or whatever you're doing, send us some questions and we'll be more than happy to discuss them. With that being said, we're going to move into our first topic, Mitch, because as we film this, Christmas is just 5 days away, which means the World Juniors are 6 days away. We're both Canadian. We grew up, we were playing mini sticks, breaking stuff all throughout the house, always watching Don Cherry, Rock'em, Sock'em, Bop'em, Top'em, hockey, whatever
true.
you want to call it. So dude, the World Juniors are 6 days away, and I think, I'm going to go out on a limb here. Team Canada, every year they're hyped, but I think this year they win and dominate. It's one of the most complete teams, man.
Yeah, I think they'll do well. It depends on their goalie for sure. But Connor Bedard, I know we want to bring him up. I see the photo there.
That's why
I was wondering why you had like a teenager on your computer there.
He's 17.
Yeah, he does look like he's just getting out of the 6th grade, but he's a really good hockey player. He's got the hands. He's got the speed. I mean, he does kind of look like the hockey player. He's got the look.
What doesn't he have?
But he definitely has the point. So definitely, if this guy is going to be a huge part of the offensive lineup for Team Canada, it's going to be good. And as long as he doesn't cry like Crybaby Crosby, it may even take things to the next level.
Yeah, so for those of you who just don't really understand hockey or don't really follow kids while they're prospects, let me tell you what, this kid last year got exceptional status. Actually, 2 years ago, he got exceptional status. So typically speaking, you need to be a certain age to play in the OHL or the Western Hockey League where he's currently in. So when he was just 15, he got exceptional status to grant him to be able to play in that league. So when he was 15, this guy had 12 goals in 15 games, 28 points in 15 games. You know, the next year in 2021, 51 goals, 49 assists for 100 points in 62 games. And this year, he's almost got a goal a game. So he's got 27 goals in 28 games, 64 points. More importantly, though, like I said with the World Juniors, last year the guy had 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points in 7 games. This kid is incredible. He's going to be playing probably with, it remains to be seen, as at least as of the recording of this video, if Mason McTavish is going to join him. But I'll tell you what, I'm a New York Rangers fan. Brendan Othman's going to be on the team. They're just stacked. They're loaded. And if you think of how much hype a guy like Connor McDavid had when he played in this tournament, Sidney Crosby, John Tavares, all these guys, well, now it's his turn. And then a few months after that, he's going to get drafted. So anyway, all this to say, I want your prediction. How many points is he going to put in this tournament?
That's a good question. I
How
think he's
many
going to do.
points?
I think he's going to do really good. Let alone if I think they can win. But in terms of goals, he's at least going to get a goal a game. How many games will they play total?
Well, last year they played 7, so you're looking at
7.
around 7.
I'm thinking 10 or 11 goals.
Jeez.
10 or 11
be
goals,
crazy.
which would be pretty good. And I believe that pretty conservatively. 10 or 11 goals, but also 8 or 9 assists. So I think he's going to get 20 points.
Oh,
I think
wow.
he's going to
That would
get
be
20
crazy.
points, which is a lot for like just.
Oh,
a
I
few
think
games.
he can do it though. You know, I mean,
He's
when,
that good.
when you look at a guy like John Tavares, who in one game put up like 7 points.
Yeah.
You know, you really need to beat the Austrias, the Germanys, and those weaker teams. But I think he can do it, and ultimately, I think he's gonna really succeed. Now, the second part with this is his draft year, so he's getting drafted. We still got months and months to go, right? He's not getting drafted till the summer. But I want to bring this up, Mitch, because we need to know. Because here at Red Cape Sports, we discuss sports cards. His young gun is still a long ways away. It's about more than a year away. But for the sake of doing this, where could this man go? As I bring up the standings here in the Eastern Conference, Ottawa Senators, Canadian franchise, they're not good. Just ahead of them, Montreal Canadiens. That would be incredible, right? Playing with Cole Caulfield, playing with Slafkovsky, playing with a bunch of playmakers, Nick Suzuki.
He could go on Toronto, play with Matthews.
No, they're doing way too well.
They are doing well.
They're doing way too
I got
well.
him to admit it.
So
Toronto's
this is going to be a lottery pick. Who else? I think what we don't want to see is him to land on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Terrible hockey market, American market.
I'd feel terrible.
You know,
Yeah,
we just don't want that. We don't want that.
His cards would be cheaper though. Would they be cheaper?
Oh, absolutely.
So actually, if the first pick went on a not so like not an original 6 team,
Like
does
Columbus.
that bring down the value of the card?
Absolutely.
So that could be an opportunity,
Right.
That could be an opportunity.
Original 6 teams have been around longer, therefore they have more fans, and they're just established more, and there's something prestigious, right? A lot of coaches and players want to play for an original 6 team. So if he goes to Columbus, that's not good for the growth of hockey.
Yeah, it's kind of like being
not.
on LA if you're in basketball.
Right.
So for those of you that are, you're not Canadian, you're more American side, that is a big deal. Being on, an original 6 team. You got Chicago, you've got Toronto, you've got Montreal, you've got the Bruins, you've got
Rangers?
the Rangers,
And the
then
Red Wings.
The Red Wings, yeah. So I do know
Yeah.
about that.
So those are the Eastern Conference teams. Heading to the West, Arizona Coyotes. Yikes. Shane Wright almost went there. Of course, they passed up on him. For those of you who don't know, I don't even know if Mitch knows, to be honest. The Arizona Coyotes are currently playing at Arizona State University.
I didn't know
They
that.
don't even.
I didn't know that.
They couldn't pay their rent.
Really?
They couldn't pay the rent.
I'm not paying it for them.
They're currently playing in front of 2,000 fans, 2,500 fans. So the players don't like it. If you're a fan, you love it because
Is
that's
that a
amazing.
WNBA team or?
Basically.
Yeah.
He could also go to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Original 16.
That would be sweet. You know what? I could
Chicago.
see that. I could see that.
I could see that. They need some help.
Yeah.
And then
as long as he doesn't drive around, it might be a carjacking.
where
or
I
something.
want to see him land, currently this team through 32 games, they're 9-20-3. They only have 21 points. They're awful. Their goals against, 135 goals against, just 79 goals for. Anaheim Mighty Ducks. I think this would be brilliant because A, you're playing with Trevor Zegras, playing with Mason McTavish, who we know he's got chemistry with from the World Juniors. And more importantly, we grew up watching the Mighty Ducks movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Sure,
that was huge.
Sure, you're playing on the West Coast, but you know what? Someone's got to play on the West Coast. So it's not good in terms of like you want to play on the East Coast where New York and all these people are awake to watch you. You don't want people in New York to have to watch you up until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But regardless, what do you think, Mitch? If he let's say he lands to the Ducks, what do you think his card would be opening night?
I think
His young guns, of
His
course.
young gun. Okay, when his young gun comes out, I see it being like 140 to 150, and that's for raw. That's after like a few days. Initially, I think it's going to be hyped. I think it's going to be $250 to $300.
I think more.
So I think you're better off being patient, because if it comes out and he is dominant right away, it's not like he's going to go from 300 to 1,000 right away.
No.
I think the big opportunity is to identify him now, pick him up in the off season, and I know that may be risky, but the problem is he may not even perform, etc. So I think you're going to have to be patient. At least wait a week in Justify. But
I agree.
I think he's going to be $200-300, but I also believe that he still has to prove himself. He still has to be good because anything can happen. Lafreniere was a bust for that year. For the year,
Such thing as bust for the year, but I'll give it to you. Whatever.
he didn't perform that well his first year, but he's playing better. I still think he's good.
His card price is right around $65 right now, American.
Yeah, so I
Well
lost money.
down, well down.
I tracked the guy.
There's a lot of
I had a
time
guy meet me at Tim Hortons, and I bought the card off of him, and he's like, "You just meet people like this?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's what we do. We always meet at Timmy's." Let us know too in the comments below if you're listening to this in audio. Where's the craziest place you've ever met somebody? I've met somebody at the mall, and
To buy cards?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was selling cards. I was selling Pokemon cards.
So by the way, we only want the craziest place you've met someone to buy or sell cards. I don't care about none of that other Tinder meetup stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
For clarification.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is for card dealings. So I met with this person, and then they didn't show up. So I'm like, whatever, no problem. Somebody else is like, oh, come to my house. So I went to this house, and I'm like, you know what? Like, this is weird. I didn't get their name. I didn't get their contact. I'm not worried about it. Nobody's gonna kidnap me. Like, I'm pretty heavy, but like, yeah, like I've done some crazy deals just to make like $5-10.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Flip game was on point. That's
crazy.
That's when I was in like full on flip mode.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, that's the first topic that we have here. Connor Bedard, the most hyped prospect since 2015 in Connor McDavid. Where's he gonna go? What are his card prices going to be? There's so many question marks, but again, we just want to get the ball rolling because it's so fun and he's so fun to watch. But regardless, that's topic number one. Well, that does it for this installment of Red Cape Sports. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave us a thumbs up. It really helps us out to grow the channel and to reach more people who love sports card collecting as yourself. And just a reminder, if you guys are interested in learning more than just what we put out here on YouTube, down below in the video description, there is a link to our Udemy course. Ultimately there, you guys can learn tons of different things on how to collect sports cards, protect them, and ultimately invest in the sports card industry. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Till next time.